I have with us in the studio Jide Ologun, a lawyer and social development advocate. He too has been monitoring the entire process through the night. Nice to see you, Jide.
Thank you very much.
Right now, yes, exactly. You should take it off from here.
What sense did you get from all the stepping down yesterday?
You know, I think the appropriate word is to make reference to avalanche. You see, and it's quite amazing that even some of the aspirants that people expected will stand their ground and say we are going all the way started stepping down. You know, some making reference to Asiwaju as elder brother, and we must admit the fact that he has widely consulted. And I must also appreciate the fact that this has not been an easy journey at all. When you look at the attempt at prompting a consensus candidate that, you know, shifted to, okay, let's go for the primaries, and then, you know, it's you saw the likes of Akpabio, Borofis, Fayemi, Amosu, Zabadaru, stepping down to say, okay, let's give Asiwaju the chance, and then again, Felix stepped down for Yemi Osinbajo, the vice president, and I must say it's been keenly contested, and the delegates are fully alert to deliver on this mandate. And the discussion has been around the economy, the security, the welfare of the people, and we expect that will be amplified eventually, not just for political promises' sake. So by and large, we can see a very tight exercise here. When you look at the number of aspirants that came out and trimming down to where we are now. So, and we are monitoring to see where it will all end, even though there are indications of, leadership and stuff. So let's see how it goes.
All right. Now, the one issue yesterday, which we started talking about earlier, that we just touched a little bit, is the concerns raised by delegates and aspirants from the Southeast. Senator Ken Namani, former Senate President, had stepped down, and he had some concern regarding the issue of fairness and justice, as well as bringing the Southeast to the table. Obunayon, who is also an aspirant, raised the same, or resonated the same issue regarding the Southeast being should have been given the opportunity to, be in the mainstream, taking decisions regarding where the zoning should come from, and so on. But what do you make of that? Because at the end of the day, politicians want to win election, and winning elections, you need the numbers.
But I mean, for me, the southeastern part of the country is represented in the system. The northern governors came together to say, okay, let's cede to the south. There was no specific mention of whether it should be south-south or southwest or southeast. And amazingly, I watched and listened to one of the top politicians from the southeastern enclave giving support to Elawan, who is a northern candidate. And you begin to wonder, if you cannot defend your own interest, and you start defending the interest of an outsider, now we should be complaining about justice, fairness. And we know in politics, like they say, it's not served a la carte. So we would have expected that they would have harmonized. Look at what we are saying now. It's another lesson to learn. Even though from the southwest, we have found aspirants who were keen, but at the last moment, stepping down. And they are likely to have learned from what Tambuwal did in PDP.
Yes.
To say, I must at this point give support to my own. We can, whether we try to deny the influence of ethnicity or religion in politics, it's a reality. There must be a factor of interest. So I expected that the people from the southeastern part of the country will also galvanize, because beautifully, and I was even worried about that in 2019, what we had, there were specific promises at some points, whether they were fake or not is another issue, that presidency will be given to Southeast and Southwest. And I asked myself, do you throw a bone to two ferocious dogs by way of expression?
At the same time.
That why not specific? And up till this point, the party has not specified whether it is South-South or Southeast or Southwest. So you expected that competition, consultations to ensure that it comes to your region. It's politics. You can network. And all the parts of this country are well represented in all parts of the country. You go to the north, you find the southerners. You come to the south, you find the northerners. And in politics, it's all about networking. And so the sentiments for fairness, justice, and equity may not come in here, and I believe there is a need to reinvent the political strategy that you embark on. I mean, somehow the South-South, even claiming to be marginalized, emerged as produce a president in this country. So it's not ruled out, but sit back and try to network effectively.
When I was in Ife, I remember a professor of political science in my first year, Professor Anishe, he used to use an expression called aggregation of interests. And I see that in the story of the Southeast. The Southeast has been seeing itself as not part.
Okay, Sam, I think let's go to the convention center, because the announcement now could be crucial regarding how the sorting is going to take place. We'll be back.
I think we need one more table. We need one more table. Two more tables, please. Hajiya Farida, can we have two more tables, please? Any other person that is not a member of the Election Management Committee should not be within this vicinity, please. If you know you're not a member of the Election Management Committee, please leave this cordoned area, please. I beg you. If you are not a member of the Election Management Committee, please.
All right, we see that preparations are ongoing to begin the sorting and counting of the ballot papers. But however, there has to be a proper arrangement. I guess that is what members of the committee are trying to do, where the tables should be cleared, and then where the agents are going to stand to ensure that everything is open for people to see, and so that there is no confusion anywhere, and for better coordination.
That is why we said two.
We certainly wait for how this is going to commence. If we compare this to the PDP at the time of their, so it seemed everything was already lined out, and they knew how it was going to be. We had more certainty in the place of PDP than
discipline.
this. Yeah.
Space between yourselves.
All right.
Well, we know that even in
No, that
PDP,
table should not be there, please.
PDP had fewer delegates.
Mm.
They had the APCs have more than 2 times the number of delegates that PDP had. So the handling of this is going to be a little bit cumbersome, comparatively speaking. So you can give APC some slack that they had more work to do, but they ought to have anticipated anticipated this kind of logistic
pressure, the pressure of logistics, and also crowd management and so on. Because at every point, there's going to be voting. This is where it's designated for voting to take place. And after voting, we're moving into the sorting. This is the area it should be. All of those things would have been mapped out ahead of time. So, and all delegates and even security agents would have done some simulation to get to know this is what happens or should happen after this. So no one is waiting to get...
I also talked about the fact that after a while, people were allowed in.
Yeah.
So they had more crowd than they really wanted.
Oh, okay.